Hello, my Libras, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. And of course, I'm Debbie. So I'm reading for August 18th through the 24th, and that is Friday through Thursday. I've done the overview video, Time to Trust. I'm not talking about trust in the natural. I'm talking about trusting in the supernatural, okay? Whoever your higher power, spirit guide, whoever that is for you, it's time to kind of like maybe do a little bit of knocking and saying, hey, let's hold hands for a little bit of time. Also, too, I also remind you that these are general readings, may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Okay. Yes, that South Node is in Libra. It's not always easy. It's not always easy for you because it really is digging up a lot of past stuff that you're kind of looking through, and it's kind of like, think of it as a box and old memories in it. Now we also have, and they're not always easy to get through these memories, but it's also teaching you, or it's also helping you. I don't know, I always like to say teaching because it's like, oh, I'm so done with lessons. I don't want to learn anymore. But we're always learning. But it's helping you to understand a little more about yourself, but it's also helping you to accept yourself with what we may when we look at ourselves think of as flaws, but are really just part of who you are, and you're just wonderful. Okay, my Libras, you have to start saying that. Start saying that in the morning and night. I'm just wonderful. Anyway, then we have Mercury going retrograde, and Mercury going retrograde seems to me, I've always, maybe because I have Libras in my family, I always feel like Mercury retrograde affects Libras a little bit more, okay? You see things, that veil is getting thinner and thinner. The veil thinning out is not necessarily in those key points like, that October time, October, November. It's not at those transitioning of seasons, the equinox, or, it's not there. It seems like that veil is thinning out more. That's becoming more natural or more common than just at certain points of the year. And my Libras, when Mercury goes retrograde, that's when you start having a little bit of those dreams, those people from the past come back into your life. And especially now that you are in that South Node, you're dealing with a lot of past issues, and you kind of cleaning up stuff. But that's all okay. It's not necessarily an easy time, but you actually wind up doing really wonderful during this time. Okay? Okay, so just putting that out there. 2 cards have popped out. Let's go on. Higher power, Holy Spirit, what else do you want to say to our Libras? Let's put that over here, and let's see what we've got. Okay, so we have the intellectual side, the King of Air, and we have the emotional side, the Queen of Water. And my Libras, you are all about that balance. Okay, so this is a time for you to, I'm not going to say to achieve the balance, but I will say to maybe focus on which side of the balance you want to focus on. Okay, because not everything is everything's a little. The energies are fluid. The energies are in flux, okay? So we have this King of Air. Let's just go down and talk about the cards. We have King of Air. Underlying energy for the King, because, court cards have 2 energies, is air. So we have air, air. This is one of the oldest, the King of Air is considered the oldest of the all of the court cards. Air energy is your energy. It is also Aquarius. It is also Gemini energy. Thought processes, thinking things through, making plans, or hearing news. Mercury retrograde does bring news, okay? So it also helps to keep you in focus. The King of Air is very rigid in his outlook, okay? He's like, this is either right or this is wrong. This is the way we have to go. This is what we have to do. He's very wise. He understands history, but he also believes if we do not remember history, or if we do not learn from history, we will repeat it. But I do feel that he's got a very strong control over his thoughts. He's very rigid also in his thoughts. This is what needs to be done, because he's also seen when it hasn't been that way, that things just got all out of control. So something with the King of Air. King of Air is very, again, looking towards that future, very rigid. But then we have this Queen of Water, which is going to kind of throw everything out. You know, it creates a conflict. It creates a conflict between what you believe, what you know to be real, and what you feel, what your intuitiveness says is real. But King of Air is brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. So it tells you to speak your mind. Let's see if I can get this focused in better. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. So you just have to be careful with the king, just that he doesn't try to stay too rigid in his thoughts. But the fact that we have this queen now, Queen of Water, and she's reversed, so she's kind of like saying, hey, you need to pay attention to me a little bit more. So Queen's underlying energy is water. She is water. She's the feminine. We have the masculine energy. We have the feminine energy. We have the yin and yang, yin and yang. We have, the two sides. So the water is Cancer, Scorpio. It's also Pisces. Pisces is doing a lot of stuff this week as we transition into Virgo. There's a lot of deep thoughts and deep things that have been hidden. So the Queen of Water is all this emotional energy, is all this loving energy, is all this caring. It's where the King of Air says, this is the way it is. The Queen of Water says, maybe not so fast. There's reasons. There's reasons for those next step. So I'm going to say that this is going to be a week. This is going to be a week that brings conflict between what you believe to be true, what you know to be true, and what you're in your heart states is true. Okay, so you're rather conflicted in this energy. Part of you says, I'll see it. If I see it, I'll believe it, or I'll believe it when I see it. But then the Queen of Water says, no, I believe it too. So there's a little bit of a catch-22, if you want to say. The scales are just so much in flux. And there's things like, I would say to you based on this, be open to both, but when you see something, there could be a lot of things hidden behind it too, okay? Seeing it with your eyes, I don't know, this Queen of Water is really very psychic. She's very spiritual. She's kind of like, don't always believe everything you see or hear, okay? She's tender-hearted, empathetic, patient and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. That is one thing I do tell my Libras, to care for yourself. I do feel though that, and again, this could be very relationship-wise. Again, it's just this conflict. There's a conflict, and it's kind of like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? I do feel a kind of a Two of Cup energy around you with this. And that's coming together. That's a love. That's a, hey, maybe I have to take it on faith. Again, it's conflicted energy right now. But let's see what this card says. Maybe this will clarify. No, it doesn't. But this was also, the Five of Pentacles was in the overview. What is it? Time to trust. So 5 is about change, positive, negative change. It could be either way. Earth energy is our Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. All of these are really strong energies. Money, job, career, your home. So part of this, and I'm not quite sure, are you thinking about a job change? Are you thinking about a career change? Are you thinking about maybe, this makes sense, but this is what I want? The heart wants what the heart wants. Seeing is believing. Believing is seeing. I'm not sure. There is a conflict here. And then we come down to the money. The money. Change in situation, change in money. Maybe the thing is, I want this wonderful job. I love this wonderful job, but it doesn't pay me the money. I need to do what is right, on that part. Choices, always about choices, okay? Now, the 5 of Earth, the 5 of Pentacles, fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain, self-employment. So there's a conflict here, and it does look like it's going to affect some of the money situation, but I'm going to tell you, I don't necessarily know that it's going to affect the money that comes into hand as much as what you're thinking and what you're seeing about the money. Okay? So it's again, maybe it's borrowing trouble type of thing, borrowing trouble, that 9 of Swords. It's like, oh, things aren't working out. I'm seeing, my faith. It's not an easy energy, my Libras, but it definitely is one that you have to face. You have to face it, okay? But let's see. John Holland cards. Higher power, Holy Spirit. And again, Tula, what I was telling you about. All right, we got a bunch of cards that fell, and when they fall, they need to be seen. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So pull up a chair, my Libras. You got a few more minutes of this to go. So let's see what we've got. So here we have this over, this umbrella, okay? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? So then we come to these cards. The 4 of Air. 4 is stability, organization, leadership. Basically, rest, pray on it, meditate, okay? Not a whole lot you can really do. So this is probably more of an outside type of energy going on. This is what's going on in the world. It just doesn't make sense to you right now. There's all this worry. So what do we do about it? We rest, we rejuvenate, we pray. 4 of Sword energy. Solar plexus, that's over here. This is a chakra point. 7 main talked about chakras. They're all over. And this is your integrity. This is what you know to be true. This is what you can live with. 3, celebration, creation, positive, the power of 3. Okay? So here we go here. Mental conflict. This is 2 of Air. Air is your energy, thought processes, thinking things through. Making some plans. This is, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I just feel conflicted. I just don't know what to do. So we have, this is kind of like an overreach. This is like your secondary. This is like how you are reacting to over this. So it's like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? The King of Air is telling me this is what's happening, but yet the Queen of Water, my heart goes out. The 5 of Earth, what do I do? The money situation, rest. Listen to your integrity, be you. But still, it's not that you're not going to have all the answers, my Libras, until time moves forward. Crown chakra, 7, divine umbrella, being watched over. The crown chakra is that connection with God, source. Pray, meditate, go back to your rest and rejuvenation. Pray, meditate. Okay, let's go on. We had more cards fall out. 7 again, protection. But there's deception, there's envy. Things aren't the way things aren't the way they appear to be. So again, where you're seeing is believing, this is kind of telling you it's not the way it is. This is the 7 of Swords also. This is where, when the 7 of Swords in the commonly used Weight Rider, this is where I say, oh, your attention is being focused here, but you're not seeing what's going on here. It's kind of like, look here, don't look there. There's something going on, and I actually, because of Mercury going retrograde, and this is probably what's going to kind of make you a little bit like, I know this isn't, I just know this isn't the way it's supposed to be. So deception and envy, I would say that you're going to have eyes to see. You're going to have eyes to see. So we've got 3 more cards. Here we go. Love this one. There is the Empress, 3, creation, celebration, power of 3 again. The Empress will provide. Whenever I see the Empress, or this is fertility, so there is new thought processes, thinking, new abilities. She's got these leaves in her hair. There is a lot of growth coming from her. When I see the Empress and we're coming into Mercury retrograde, I always feel like there's a lot of resolution happening in the karma. So even though this is going on all around the world or all around your world, the Empress brings you this hope and says, just chill. Remember, rest, believe. You know, there is, you know, kind of be a little bit more Queen of Water, but there's also resolution in karma. Okay? Karma is being fulfilled or being filled. And then we come reversed. We have another 3. So how many 3s we have? We have 1, 2, and 3. This is the 3 of Cups. This is rejoice and celebration. So whatever this is all going on, it creates a drama. It creates stress. It creates a sense of, it looks like it's totally crazy out there. You know, I'm not talking about out there. I'm saying in my world, it looks crazy, but I have to have faith. I have to believe. I have to rest, rejuvenate, meditate. I have to, again, believe. And even though it sounds, this is where I talk about crazy faith, there's a lot of positive stuff around you. So it's kind of like, which way do you go? Which way are you putting your balance? Where are you putting the energies in your big scales? Are you going to let yourself just kind of go down the one road? Are you going to go down the one, or are you going to keep yourself balanced? And then we had this last one. Whew! This last card. And here we go. Awareness. This is a 1. This is a new beginning. This is the Magician card. This is that third eye and that crown chakra card. Third eye is your awareness, is the messages you receive, kind of going back to the rest and meditate. So even though things are going on out there, your cards in itself basically say, you know, are you going to believe everything you see? Well, it's hard not to, but you have to have faith. There's things going on that's not quite right. Things going on that's not quite right. Look beneath the surface with that, okay? But the 7s do provide a protection. 1, new beginnings. The Magician card is basically as in heaven, so on earth. But again, it's an awareness. It's also a manifestation. You can, you know, whatever's going on here, you can make it that much better, my Libras. Oh my gosh, was that too much? Should I have just reshuffled the cards? It's something I really can't do when the cards want to speak. They want to speak. Anyway, let's see. Angels of Abundance. Whoa! Angels of Abundance. What else would you like to say for our Libra? So Libras, again, too, what I'm saying is the South Node and going into Mercury going into retrograde, it really makes you very open to a lot of things. And I was talking about the veil. The veil is very thin for you right now. So, did any of that make sense? Here we go. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got for you. But remember, rejoice, celebration. I love that. Awareness. Okay, here we go. Here we are. God is your source. There is somebody else that got this. I think it might have been, I don't remember who it was. I think Sagittarius. So if you cross-watch, that's why I tell you this. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Interesting, because there you had the worry there, but so things aren't the way they seem, my Libras. You're gonna see more. You're gonna see more. It may drive you a little bit crazy, kind of. And I don't mean horribly crazy. I'm just saying it's kind of like, I know this isn't the way it's going. I know. I just feel it in my gut. So trust your gut. Maybe trust your gut. How's that? Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Crystal or energy, and then we will do the angel answer, so get your question ready. Crystal or energy for my Libras. What do we have for Libras here? Libras, Libras, Libras. Here we go. Ametrine, it's a connection. It's a combination between amethyst and citrine. Spiritual guidance, angelic realms, clears stress. Truths revealed. So I don't know. I was going to call this trust your gut, but maybe we should call this truths revealed. Either way. All right. Remember, angel answers. Don't make life decisions. This is a little bit more for fun, but sometimes it nudges you in the right way. Let's see where we're going to go with this. Question or answer? Let's put answer for Libras. They had a big reading here. They had a lot of stuff going on. So what is it a good answer for them? What's an answer for our Libras? Here we go. All right, reversed. Oh, we got 2 cards that left. 2 cards. Reversed. Ask your angels. Always good advice. And this one, communicate clearly. A lot of times, my Libras, during this time especially, Mercury retrograde, it's sometimes you have to really, think through what you want to say, okay? If you have to write it down, if it's something big, write it down, because sometimes this can really mess with your communications, okay? But there's a lot of karma being resolved, a lot of truths being revealed. You're seeing things more, even though it's like, oh, which way do I go with all of this? Anyway, my Libras, let me know what you thought. A lot to be unpacked, but like I said, if the cards fall, they fall. Anyway, do me that favor. Do the like, share, subscribe, clicking on that bell over there for notifications. It helps, and it's a very easy thing to do to help the channel, so thank you. If you're watching me on Rumble, rumble me please. As always, though, my Libras, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.